I think we're recording here. What's going on? Gold pressure washing back again for another live. I've been getting into these lives lately. Bang out these dishes. I don't have too many today, and then we're gonna get right into cooking because Lauren is on her way home, and we want to get dinner done as soon as we can. So she'll be home in like 10 minutes, honestly. So she said it was okay that it wasn't ready right away, but we need to get to it. So I'm gonna knock out these dishes, and then we're gonna cook some steak. And I think I'm just gonna do a can of green beans or something with it. Might do some rice. I don't know. We'll see where we're at once we get there. But let's get started with these dishes at least. Knocked out already. We'll start with the bowls over here. Bowls, cups, and plates. Dum 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 dum. Hopefully everybody had a good Monday today. I had a rough Monday, unfortunately. But there's always tomorrow, right? Always tomorrow. The new Kill Tony just dropped. My girl and I have been watching Kill Tony recently. Well, not recently. We've been watching it a while, but the new one just dropped. I don't know if y'all watch it. There's a guy on there, Adam Ray, and he does like impersonations. And I don't know, what do you call it when, I guess it's an impersonation, but like when you dress like the person too, like not just sound like them or try and sound like them, but like, yeah. He does the whole shebang. He does a Dr. Phil bit. That's pretty funny. I think he's actually on tour with the Dr. Phil bit. But he also does a couple other characters. Tonight I noticed that he was doing he's actually Tony himself, Tony Hinchcliffe. So that's kind of funny that Adam Ray's playing him. He's even sitting like in his seat on the panel and everything. So I'll be interested to watch it. Usually my girl and I watch that on Saturday or Monday nights. What's going on, Soccer Star? Appreciate you popping in here, homie. Boom, boom. We're banging out these dishes really quick, and then we're gonna get started on dinner here. If anybody has any steak recipes or tips for cooking a steak I'm pan frying it, so I don't have a cast iron. Well, I do, but it's dirty, and I don't feel like cleaning it right now. What's going on, guys? Appreciate y'all popping in here. As soon as I bang out these dishes, I'm gonna get started with cooking some steak dinner tonight. So I already set the meat out, and she's already getting closer to room temperature. So with some butter in a pan. But if anybody has any tips or anything, let me know. I'm open ears. I look like Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm the Temu Jesus. That's my nickname. Temu Jesus. Dum, 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 dum. A lot more though. So y'all will catch me doing the dishes. You'll catch me working out. I did a workout stream the day before yesterday. I'm so sore from that. I did like a 52 deck card exercise game where you kind of each suit is a different exercise, and then you just kind of draw through the whole deck, and then the reps are whatever the card drawn is. So that was tough. So if you haven't caught that stream, that was a good one. I plan on doing more workout streams as well. Should you join a F1 team? Yeah, why wouldn't you? Heck yeah, brother. My girl and I got into watching the F1 racing during the pandemic. It came out on Netflix, that show, F1 show. What's going on, Liam? There's a ghost in the background. You see him? Could be. Where's he at? Point him out to me. Is he over here? Dum, da, dum, 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 dum. Hey, No, sir. I had to get on to Roscoe. He's supposed to be wearing a cone right now, and he doesn't have his cone on because I was giving him a little break. But poor guy is so itchy, he can't leave himself alone right now. He just went to the vet today, so hopefully he'll start doing a little bit better now that he's medicated. Dum, 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 dum. Thinking McLaren, or have you done any like sim racing and stuff? Are you sim racing? Or have you done like go-karting or anything in the smaller circuits? I just started watching, there's a girl F1 show. I guess they're trying to get a girl into the actual main F1 driving circuit. So they started like an academy to like get the women up in the circuits so that they can compete at the highest level. Pit crew? Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Quick. They do those like pit stops in like under 3 seconds for sure. I know I saw one the other day that was like 2.2 seconds or something like that for a pit stop. That's insane for all 4 tires. It's crazy how fast they can do that though. I wish the mechanics at the quick. Usually you're in the waiting room for like an hour and a half. Dum, 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 dum. Red Bull has the world record at 1.8. Yeah, I think I saw like 2.2 the other day. I forget what team it was, but it was crazy fast. You wouldn't think they could do it that fast. I know a lot of like ex-professional athletes get into the like NASCAR. They probably do it for F1 too. But I know a lot of those guys already have like, they're fast, you know, and they're already athletes. So they make for a better pit crew than like somebody who's not in shape. What's going on, Cassidy? Appreciate you stopping in here. Have I been to a stadium before? Yeah, been to a couple stadiums. Got it. We got stadiums all over. We got Camping World Stadium right up the road here. They're actually doing a big hey, take it easy, Joey. Appreciate you popping by. Hey, don't forget to subscribe. But yeah, they have Camping World is having one of the World Cup matches here. We're actually getting 2 World Cup matches here in Orlando. So that'll be exciting. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We're almost done with these dishes, and then we'll start with the dinner. Y'all will have to let me know what how to cook these steaks. How do y'all like your steaks done? Medium, medium rare. From driveways to trailer hitches to dishes, my man does it all. Heck yeah, brother. Yeah, I figured I could pop on the live. I had planned to make my live earlier a little bit longer. I was showing people some of the resources that I used when I was trailer, but I didn't end up. I only ended up being live like an hour or so. I showed basically everything I wanted to show, and I chopped that up into a VOD or like a video that I can upload on the channel. That's way shorter than the actual stream. The stream was like an hour. The video is like 25 minutes. But I have that K7 unloader on my pressure washer. That is the unloader I have. Roscoe was barking here a second ago. My girl just got home, so he was barking. He's a golden retriever. If you haven't looked up his YouTube, he's more famous than I am. Look up Golden Life of Roscoe on YouTube. You'll find his channel. I'm sure it'll be the first thing that pops up. But yeah, he has his own YouTube channel. Hello. How's it going? My old lady just got home. She's gone all day. She left the house, I think, at 7 this morning. Now she's, I don't know what time it is now, 10:30? That's not that bad. Sometimes she gets home at 11, so. You're considering the K1 and want to run the Water Boss? What is that Water Boss? I think I just saw something about that. I'm not too familiar with the unloaders, though. I know that mine is, I think, the K7, and it's I have that bypass on it as well, so that it dumps back into the pressure washing, or to the buffer tank, and not the circulating back in the pressure washer pump itself. Oh, no way. Oh, heck yeah. Wonder what it is. Maybe it's Epsom salt. You have a pit bull, Chastity? We have a golden retriever. I just took him to the vet today earlier because he's been an itchy boy. So he got a shot that's supposed to help with his allergies. He has like skin allergies. Okay, the water boss is the trigger gun. I had heard the term water boss, but I couldn't remember what it was referring to. It's those it's the orange trigger gun, right? That you can like change the basically the fan tip to like a straight shooter just by how hard you pull down on the trigger. Your pit bull is just a baby. How old is just a baby? My dog's just a baby and he's 6 years old. Be my baby. You should have seen. I had to take him in the work van to up to the vet though. That was a show in itself. Trying to get him up into that van. I had to lift him, to be honest. I had to lift him up into the van to get him up in there, and then I had to lift him down because he was too scared to jump down. Yeah, the orange one. I didn't know that the based on the unloader you could use the gun or not. You have a AGPM system, Cody? 1 or 2 months. That is a baby. Yeah, we've had her. He was 6 weeks old, so we've had him since he was a baby, and now he just turned 6. I'm pretty sure, if my math is right. We got him in 2019. The ZK1 unloader is what people are using. Yeah, I have to look into it more, brother. I just bought a new trigger gun for a fortune because I left one on a job to drive back and go get it at the time. So I just splurged and I bought it back up, and then I had to like go back to that property the following week. So I just picked up my other gun again. So now I'm sitting on 2, but it's always okay to have a backup. I don't even know what I bought, to be honest, but it was like $120. Just a good old trigger gun. We're almost done with these dishes, y'all. This is the we got one pan after this, and then I'm gonna start on dinner. It should be pretty quick. Dum, 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 dum. This is the pan I want to cook with, so I'm trying to get her rinsed out. Rinsed out, and then I need to dry her off because I'm going to use her. This sink is too small for some of these pans. Okay. We're going to dry this one off because we're going to use this for dinner. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. You know what I could have done? I could have done the dishes while the steak's cooked. Like a real man. But I did the dishes first. I guess I got this one last dish here. This house we just rent. Yeah, we're just renting it. Now I can't buy a house right now. It's the worst time to try and buy a house. And give it another year or so at least. See what the market's doing. But yeah, we definitely are looking to get into a house. That or buy this one. Luckily, I know the owner. Appreciate you popping in here, Daniel. Dum, 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 dum. Dum, 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 dum. Okay. Okay. Rinse this sponge out and then wash our hands and we can get going. What do I think of the market? I think that the prices of houses are a little too high. Because I tell you what, I was looking at houses 5 years ago and they weren't this price. And I was looking at them 10 years ago and they weren't this price. It's like, are they just going to always go up or is they come down, you know? If they're always going to go up, I should have just bought. But if there's a point at which it's going to come down, then you know what I'm saying? I'd rather buy then. But if it's always just going to keep climbing. My opinion is, though, like, you can't make a $500,000 house $1 million house just by the market climbing up. Like, the person that's going to go purchase the house can see the value in it. If I don't feel like it's worth $1 million, I ain't paying $1 million for it. Like, it could be the market could tell you it's worth $1 million, but I ain't paying that. I'll rent. I ain't paying. I ain't paying.
I wish you had $1 million to spend.
Okay. On to the next thing. Time to start cooking. Hands are washed. Dishes are clean. Gotta chop up the steak. Well, not chop it up, but cut it. I'll be done in like 15, 20 minutes, so don't take too long. Dum, 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 dum. She's going to take a bath. Okay. Let us see. How do we want to do this, y'all? Let me probably put y'all on a tripod over here. Well, I might be able to prep the steaks right here at least. Let's see. Where do we want to be, y'all? Where do we want to be? Let me put y'all into this. Feels like there's like a smudge on the camera. Hold on. Okay. Okay, y'all can see me right. I'm gonna move her lunchbox and stuff. And I didn't need my dish towel. So that's good. Okay. For dinner tonight, we will be having grass-fed strip loin steak. We got 2 of these bad boys, so we're each getting one. These are from Butcher Box. I don't know if you guys have ever tried Butcher Box, but I'd recommend it. We've been doing it for like 7 or 8 months now, and it's definitely been useful when it comes to not having to decide what protein to have for dinner. So it was like trying to figure out what to have for dinner, and it's like, I don't know. Nobody knows what they want for dinner. You know what I'm saying? So now we have all of our meats for the month, and we can kind of just pull them out and know what we're having for dinner. At least when it comes to the protein. The sides and all that, I always just throw together anyway. But the protein, having that decided is nice. So I'm gonna try and get this steak out of here without cutting my fingers. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. We've got one steak out. Let me move this so y'all can kind of see it better. Anybody got any steak tips? Like tips? Like not actual steak. Like tips for cooking it. That's what I'm asking for. Tips for cooking steaks? Anybody? What are we cooking at? I'm getting blood everywhere. Bloody blood everywhere. Okay. So we got the steaks out. I'm gonna season them, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. Let them rest for 5 minutes before eating. Yes, sir. What about when you cook them on the pan? Is there y'all have any methods? I usually just do it with some butter. Okay, let's see if I can flip this with this paper towel so I don't have to touch it again. Dum, da, dum, 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 dum. Okay. The salt comes out so fine. Yeah, I need to. We got these new salt and pepper shakers. They have like adjusters on them. You can like adjust the coarseness. Avocado oil. Best can get it hotter than butter. Butter burns. Yeah, I know. My problem with the butter is that the butter burns. My butter be burning. I don't have any avocado oil. All I got is olive oil. Okay. So the steaks are seasoned. Let's see how beans is on the stove since we'll have time. Usually I just microwave these things. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh yeah, that's what it says. Just microwave. There's no fancying this up. Empty can in a microwave safe bowl. Heat for 2 to 3 minutes. Nothing to it but to do it with that. And what about rice? Do we want some rice? We have some organic quinoa with garlic. So I think this is what we'll do for the rice. So I'm a pretty simple guy when it comes to the sides. Know what I'm saying? It's usually a rice and a green bean. My girl hates it, but who's cooking? Get the oil to the point it smokes and then it's hot. Gets that proper sear. We want a proper sear on it. Dum da dum 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 dum. Get that proper sear. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do butter, brother, because I don't have any avocado oil, unfortunately. But we'll attempt to not burn this. We'll attempt to not smoke the entire. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what ends up actually happening. Smoke the whole place out. That's why it's better to do it on the grill sometimes, but sometimes my girl bought propane for our grill and they sold us an empty propane tank. Like I went to hook it up and grill. Ain't ain't no gas in it. What's going on, Cat? No, we're not making, we're making here. This is what we're going to be cooking tonight. Some good old steak. Steak on the grill in the bobby. Okay, this pan is over here heating up, so I'll move y'all closer so you can see me put them on. Let's get the right angle here. Might have to raise y'all up a little bit. Raise y'all up. Dum, da, dum, 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 dum. Dum, da, dum, 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 dum. Okay, can y'all see? Okay, y'all can see that, right? Proper steak pan. Let me move this. Yeah, there we go. Further so you can see easier. Okay, pan is getting hot. So I'm gonna drop some butter in it so I can drop the steaks in it. So what I let this butter move around in the pan. Try and not get it too hot, but we let her go, let her coat around in the pan a little bit. Get a nice little coat everywhere so we can have good surface area for these steaks to lie. We want a nice little bed of butter on them. So we're trying to get this butter going. Get going around the pan. Okay. So it is ready. Time to drop these steaks, babies. Okay, steaks right here. Y'all ready? Oh yeah, butter is up to temp. And we're dropping them. Here they go. Oh yeah. Listen to that. Okay. So we'll let that go. And then we'll flip them once they're done. We put a timer on for 6 minutes before we're gonna flip them here. So let me show y'all over here so I can wash my hands and stuff because I'm done touching the roll. I'm done with the roll. I want to throw this out as well. What's everybody having for dinner? Anybody eating anything else? What's cooking? What's cooking? Usually burning that butter because the pan's already so hot, you know. So then what, you know? You know. Okay. So let's put the butter away. We're done with the butter. I already cut the other half that we'll use. So I'm putting this butter away. Trying to. Putting this butter. Okay. And then we'll use this. This other half will be for the other part of the steak. I'll let y'all stare at these steaks too with me. They do look good. Can y'all smell? Oh yeah. And then we'll do rice and green beans. So I'm gonna open these green beans and drain the can so that we can have them ready to be microwaved. Turn y'all a little bit. That way you can see the pan, but you can see me. Let's see. You had some canned soup, and then washed the Lambo and drove in the canyons. Let's go, brother. Canned soup and Lambos. What am I doing? I'm like trying to drain the juice and I'm pouring it straight into the thing right here. I'm basically dumping this can of green beans into this microwavable bowl. No, I couldn't get my words out there. Okay, I have no fingernails for this. I pushed the lid too far down. Oh, what an awful noise. I know what I'll do. I'll just finish it off. There we go. Okay. So green beans are in the can, in our bowl. We got those long stringers. I forget what they call them. French beans. What's going on, Ryan? Just grilling up some steak right now. We got it on the pan right here. And we have our green beans that are going to go in the microwave here in a second. And then we also need to do our rice here in a second. So the rice takes 90 seconds. The green beans takes 3 minutes. So as soon as we flip these steaks, we'll start on these two things. Just letting all this render. We got 2 minutes, so we got to flip here. What do y'all season your steaks at all? I just did some salt and pepper. Do y'all put anything other than salt and pepper on them though? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Bum-ba-dum-bum. I wish I could play music, but YouTube will flag me for that. I can't play no music for y'all. Yeah, we're looking. Okay. Steaks got a minute before they need to flip. Montreal steak seasoning. Best on the grill. I'm telling you, I want to get the grill fired back up. I got to get a propane tank, and I need like some sort of mosquito killer or something, because right now these mosquitoes be eating me alive when I'm out there. So something that can fight off these mosquitoes. My biggest issue right now is the mosquitoes. Makes me not want to stay out there once the sun goes down. You'll get ate up. Okay. So the steaks have 20 seconds. I'm putting the green beans in. We'll do them for 2.5 because they'll be the last thing here. What I need to do now is add this butter and flip these steaks. I'm going to try and do it both at the same time as best we can here. So see if we can surface this around, get some good butter on it, slide her out the way. Okay, then go to flip this one, get the butter into position, and flip. Let's go. Perfect surgery right there. Perfect surgery. Okay, so now we got the steaks on the final side. My girl actually likes hers crispy on all 4 sides, so sometimes I'll tip them over like this, let them cook them like this, cook them like this, cook them like that. Just depends. But we got green beans in the microwave and we got steaks on the stove. Let's go. It's a dinner of champions right there, baby. This one side wants to like curl up in the air over here. Appreciate everybody popping by and chit chatting and saying what's up. Been trying to go live a lot more, just doing other stuff. Not so pressure washing focused. Trying to be more well-rounded as an individual when it comes to content creation. Not so hyper focused on pressure washing centric content, because that's not necessarily all I want to talk about or do. Sometimes I just want to chill and cook dinner with y'all. Hopefully that's cool. And I forgot to set a timer for the steaks. So we'll set a timer for 4 minutes on this side of the steaks. And then the green beans are almost done, and we'll put the rice in. And then we can start plating. I guess we can start getting the plates out now. Baba Booska. Dum dum dum. Surprised it's not as smoky in here. Usually it'll be a lot more smoky than it is. Maybe I'm learning. Okay, that's way too hot now. I have like no muscle strength right now. I don't know if y'all caught the live stream like 2 days ago, but I basically killed myself trying to do the 52 deck card pickup game. Well, not pickup, not 52 deck. Not that. It's like a workout challenge basically, and each suit equals a different exercise. So we did that through the entire deck of cards. And so my chest all up in here is so sore. My legs are sore. But it was a good workout. I plan on doing them more often, but I'm too sore these next 2 days. So I need to recover. And then I might do it either tomorrow or the next day. I'll do another one. Look at the crispy on this though. She's looking nice. Got a nice little crisp on that side. And we got the other side to pray G for, because this is the other side's the one that kind of ends up burning and stuff. But yeah, I plan on doing some more cooking streams, more workout streams, and then I was gonna do some more like business behind the scenes on the computer streams. So hopefully with those few pieces of content, we'll definitely fill out our channel a little bit more, not be so on the job focused. Lauren and I also want to make some travel videos. We made 1 or 2, but want to make some that we can share with y'all. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as we do. Brum, brum, brum. Okay. Y'all heard that. That means the rice is done. Okay, so the rice is done and the green beans are done. So what I'll do is I'll turn y'all over here so y'all can see me kind of plate these. Well, not really. I'm not going to do anything fancy. This bowl is too hot right now. I can't even touch it. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of rice on each plate. My girl's not the biggest fan of this rice, so I'll give myself majority of it, and she can have a little bit. She's not a big fan of it. That's pretty fair, right? That's me, that's her. And then let's divvy up the steaks. Got 30 seconds on them, and then we'll divvy up these green beans. And then once these steaks are done, hers I'm going to let go a little bit longer because she likes hers a little bit more well done than I do. So I'm going to toast like 1 or 2 more sides for her. And then mine will be done here. So my timer just went off for my steak. Hers, let's pick hers. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one is my girl's? Yo. We'll give her this long skinny. Ooh. I'm trying to get it, oh yeah, she could go a little bit longer on that side. I'm actually going to give them both about a minute longer. I just peeped her. I peeped her side and it could get a little bit extra crispy, so. Mine was on a little bit longer, but I like mine a little bit more rare than she does, so. We'll let these go just a hair bit longer here. Bum bum ba dum bum. She's coming along though. Okay. I think I'm ready for mine to come off. I think I want it a little bit more rare than that. And then we'll give them, what, 5 minutes? Let's peep what my other side looks like. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to let some of that drip off really quick. Look at this, boys. The other side looks better. I'll let the other side be the top side. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, so mine needs to rest for 5 minutes, you said. And then hers will rest for 5 minutes. So let's see. Timer set 5. And then I'm going to cook hers a couple. Ow, burnt myself. I'm going to cook hers on the sides a little more. She likes her sides a little bit more crispy. But it's hard to get these steaks to stand up sometimes. I'm going to just hold hers here. Toast this side for, let's do what? When that gets down to 4, we'll flip it to the other side. Bye-bye-bee, bye-bye-boo. Coming along, though. My girl's in the bath right now, so hopefully by the time these steaks are done resting, she'll be done here. And after I plate these and show them off, I'm gonna eat them, you know? Okay, so I flipped mine. And we'll give this side, see if I can get it to balance. If I can get it to balance, I'll give it a full minute. Let's go. Okay, she's balancing. I'm gonna turn this pan off here in 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna turn the pan off. We'll just let the residual heat cook the last side of her steak really quick. I'll turn y'all this way so you can see what I'm doing over here. Just throwing away all the trash. Nothing crazy. And then we'll run a timer on her steaks. Give hers a minute. And then we'll be there, y'all. We will be there. Y'all got to drop in the chat what everybody else is eating tonight. I saw that what Daniel's having, but I need to know what the rest of y'all are having. So spill the beans. Okay. So I'll call it on her steak as well. This is how hers turned out, so y'all can see. Looks good. Nice little sear on it. See what this underbelly looks like. I'll show it to you here in a second. I love this pan that I cook with. It literally is no stick. The other pans I get still kind of get a little bit of stick, I ain't gonna lie. But these have literally no stick on them. And we already got 3 more dish, so already got a job. Got another stream in the works, you know what I'm saying? Okay. My steak has 2 more minutes and then hers has 3. So as soon as this timer goes off, we'll see what mine's looking like here. Pray G, it's cooked inside, please. Hopefully she's nice and cooked. She's looking like she's definitely going to be a little bit rare though, for sure. We just pray G in that she ain't too rare. If she's too rare, we gotta throw her back on the grill, you know. But if she's not too rare, we'll enjoy her. But sometimes I'd be messing up. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I either have the pan too hot or it doesn't cook long enough, and then the inside is raw. And that's obviously not ideal. Hey, Roscoe. I can say what up to Roscoe right now. He's chilling. He's looking for drop-ins. Any kind of drop-ins he can get. Let me pull this closer so y'all can see. See what Chef D whipped up over here. So, this is what we're looking like after all that. We've got a medium I'm gonna call it a medium. I'm praying it's a medium. And then we have a medium well. So we'll see here in a second once we cut them open what she's looking like. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be a nice little cut. But everything's plated and everything is ready to go. We did the dishes and we cooked dinner for our old lady. So she'll be happy because she won't have to worry about dinner. I'll be happy because I was starving. We got some good steak stuff for tonight. Like I was saying, we do the butcher box, so our proteins come every month in like a monthly package, basically. Our next box is actually coming tomorrow, so maybe I'll make a little short showing y'all how our food comes. But basically, we get all our protein at once in a big like freeze dry freeze freezer bag, basically. Um, and it'll have like 12 selections of meat. So sometimes it's double, and we get free ground beef for life. So that's kind of nice about it too. Let me set a timer for another 3 minutes for hers, and then we are good to go. But yeah, we do the butcher box for the protein, so it actually makes it easier. It takes the guesswork out of trying to figure out what protein to eat for dinner. So that's kind of why we started doing it. We were always at the grocery store like, "Oh, I don't know what to eat. I don't know what to eat." So this makes it a lot easier because I can just either set out the steaks, set out the fish or whatever it is, the hamburgers, all that stuff. Don't have to think as hard. Then we can just do the sides, and the sides are pretty easy. You saw 2 microwave sessions, and we got sides. But we shall see. Appreciate y'all being in here though, hanging out. Pretty much done with the live now though. We got the dinners cooked. Steak is looking good, nice and finished right there. We got a rice and a green bean. So I'm gonna call it here with the live. Appreciate everybody joining. If you haven't checked out our Amazon storefront, check that out. If you haven't checked out our Cigar City soft wash link, check that out because there's a promo code GOLD10 for 10% off any pressure washing products. Other than that, if you're interested in a Discord, I started a Discord for the channel where we can all chit chat and hang out and stuff like that. Share our setups and our builds, maybe share what's for dinner, stuff like that. And then I'm going to start trying to be live more. So I'm going to start adding some workout streams and some cooking streams. And I already do the dishes on stream. And then also the just behind the scenes, whenever I'm tinkering on the trailer or doing any sort of computer work on the computer. So I'm going to try and definitely be live a lot more often. But with that being said, dinner is cooked, steak is served, green beans, rice, and we are ready to eat. So appreciate anybody that made it here, made it this far. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And catch me on the next one, everybody. Take it easy, y'all. Peace. Peace, peace. Give me a second. Grandpa's got to end his stream, y'all. Take it easy.